Hey guys, welcome back to Xamarin guys. So in this tutorial we are going to play around with Xamarin Community Toolkit tab view. So this is the tab view which has a various orientation, that is bottom tab bar as well as it has the top bar too, and you can just play around with such type of designs inside your Xamarin Forms application without any external plugin used. So first thing first, let's create a new Xamarin Forms application, that is a brand new Xamarin Forms app. So here I'm going to install Xamarin Community Toolkit. If you are using Visual Studio for Windows IDE, you will see option called as Show Pre-Release Package at top, and in Mac it is at bottom. So here I am using a pre-release package, and in later version we will have a stable version of Xamarin Community Toolkit. So this is the only plugin that we require in order to embed our tab view inside our Xamarin Forms application. So these are the two pages that we will be calling side by side. Now let's create folder named as views, and we know that a views contains our all the pages. So here we have three pages that are home page, collection page, and the dashboard page. So I'm creating three folders. You don't need to create these three folders, but in order to ease our work, I'm just going to make three folders, and I'll be adding two views inside our dashboard page. So this is our dashboard page which will hold our home page view as well as our collection view. That's all. Now let's create a new content page XAML. So here a content page is going to hold two content views, which are collection view as well as our home view. So I'm going to select content view XAML and give it a name as collection view, and you can give any name as you like. Now here I am going to give my home page as home view. So you don't need to add that name as collection view because it might contrast with the collection view of Xamarin Forms collection view controls. So these are the three things that we need to remember. Now our next job is to add the font icons. So in order to do that, I'm just going to add a folder name as app fonts. Then we are going to add a class named as app font icons. But before that, we need to get one font file. So in order to do that, here is the link. I'll give that link in my video's description below too. So you are going to go for materialdesignicons.com, where you are going to download the icons that are required in your project. So from here, if I click on download, then this is the option. If I select it, then it will automatically download. Then if I select that specific zip file, then it will extract it. So extract that file, and then inside your fonts folder, here we'll get our .ttf file. I'm going to rename it to, let's change it to materialdesignicons.ttf. That's all. We don't need to just do anything. I just pressed on enter, and then let's drag and drop that file inside this app fonts folder. So click on OK. I'll just cancel it. So here is the file. So this is the file. Now here I'm going to change the build action to embedded resource, as we are going to use it. So we are going to use our embedded fonts inside your Xamarin Forms project. Now I'm going to rename that whole file and get that file name. So then we are going to inherit that export font property from Xamarin Forms XAML. So my icon is going to be used throughout our XAML page, where we are going to call the icons. So before that, we know that we are going to call our dashboard page, which is going to hold our collection view page and our home view page. So before that, I'm going to add navigation page inside our dashboard page, and you don't need to add this navigation page too. So if you want multiple navigation within that content view, then we have to add it. So this is the dashboard page which are going to hold two views, that is our collection view page as well as the home page view. Now we know that our materialdesignicons.ttf has to be called with the static class. So in order to do that, we have our icon fonts to code. I'll give those link in my video's description below. You can just get it. So we know that we have already downloaded the file, and that the file name is materialdesign.ttf. So if we open it, then we are going to get our C# file. So we are going to use this whole file by clicking on copy to clipboard. So let's create a new C# class file over here, so that we'll be calling that specific file inside our XAML page. So I'm going to give that class name as font icon class. So this font icon class is going to hold the C# file. I'm just going to paste it. So this is the whole content that we just copied from that website. Now I'm just going to rename it, and I'm going to just delete it. Before that, I need to make it public. So let's make it public and let's delete that stuff from there. So font icon class is going to be called throughout our application with the help of static class. Let's add iOS safe area for our iOS application. Then our next work is to call that class that was just now created, that is font icon class, and we know that it is inside our app folder. This is our project name, and then following that we have dot and then the folder name. Now our next task is to call our homepage folder. So where is our homepage folder? It's inside our views folder, that is our app, followed by folder name, that is views.home. So our next work is to call our collection view, that is our page. So I again request you to change that collection view name, because it might contrast with the our Xamarin Forms controls collection view. We know that we have to add tab view inside our dashboard page, so that the tab view will have its home view page as well as our collection view page inside it. So that is inherited from XCT, that is inside the toolkit. So you can just add that extension if your namespaces are not automatically generated. Now we know that this is our app which has our tab 1 item. So I have given X name as my tab 1. So you don't need to add that thing also. So it has a property name as tabbed. So you can just see that the item is tabbed, then you can just raise an event that whenever that item is tabbed, then what happens. So this is our my icon, that is our font family. That is the way how we integrate our embedded fonts inside our Xamarin Forms application. Now we are not going to talk about control template. Now let's focus on the icon side. So whenever the item's icon is selected, then what happens? At first we are going to tell that it will be light gray. Then we are going to call our font icon class from here. You can see over here I can just exclude it and then add that local font, and inside that local font we have font icon class. So we can just call our font icon class. I'm just going to rename it, copy it, and then paste it over here. Then we'll get a list of items over here. So same as for whenever that same icon is selected, what happens? That is, I'm turning my icon from light gray to black whenever the icon is selected. That's it. Now we are going to add views over here, that is our content view. Now I'm going to remove it, and we know that we have defined our home page over here as a namespace. Now we are going to call our home view, that is inside our my home page namespace. Now you can see over here, this is the area where we are going to add our views. We can just add some grids and then play around with it, but I just want to make things a little bit separated, so I have added that content view inside those places. Now the same goes for our second icon. We have our icon class. You can see over here our collection view, and then we have our font icon as selected and then unselected, and we have our collection view, that is our views that need to be defined over in this place. That's it. So this is our third item, that is our fab button item. So it has icon as .png. You can just add that icon also inside that tab view item. It doesn't mean that we need to add those icons. So you can just play around with our tab items, that is changing from position 1 to 2 or 3. You can just place that fab button at middle by taking that tab view item at middle and the collection view item at bottom. So play around with those values. Now our next task is to make home view as well as your collection view UI as per your expectation. So I'm just going to play around with the color, that is our background color for the UI. You can just play around with those values as well as you can just create your own UI over there. Now our next task is to defining our control template for each tab view item, that is fav tab item template. So I'm going to paste it inside our content page.resources inside resource dictionary tag. So here each specific items, that is tab item templates, fav item template as well as a custom tab styles are going to be called inside our tab view item. So we can just define our styles inside our app.xaml, but in order to make implementation easier, I just added all those styles inside the dashboard page.xaml itself. So no worries, we are just going to call our tab view items all the properties, that is our control templates from here. So you can see over here our control template is defined inside our resource dictionary. So this is the resource dictionary control template. So this template is being called, where we are going to tell that we are going to place the icons as well as text on a row wise, that is row 0 and row 1, and you can just play around with those values. Same goes for our tab view item, that is a fav tab item. So we have to define our fav tab item over here, that is inside your control template. So this fav tab item is going to call all those properties from here. So I have taken all this code from our Xamarin Community Toolkit main repo, that is our Git repo. I'll just give those link in my video's description too. If you like it, just go over there and give a star. Now you can see over here we have our tab view item, which has our different properties, that is our top and bottom properties, so that we can just place our tab view item at top as well as bottom. So let's play with those values too. Now let's run our project, whether it gives a successful output or not. So the application is running, so it got built, succeeded. Great, we got our output as expected. So I have already told about the top and the bottom value, so you can just play around with those values. So that's all for this tutorial, and thank you guys, thanks for watching. Keep in touch for next tutorials.